When you think of Australia, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably stunning beaches, kangaroos, maybe the Sydney Opera House, right? Yeah, that's the classic postcard view. But behind that image is this incredible kind of hidden history of innovation that has quietly reshaped the world you live in every single day.
So let me start by asking you a question. Let's think about three things. The Wi-Fi you're almost certainly using to watch this, the black box that makes air travel so safe, and the Bionic Ear, which has given the gift of hearing to hundreds of thousands of people. What's the connection?
The answer? Well, it's not what you think. They weren't born in Silicon Valley or in some famous German engineering lab. Nope. All three of these world-changing inventions came from down under. And honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
All right, so first up, let's dive into the invisible technology that connects our modern world. I'm talking about Australian inventions you use constantly, probably without even realizing it, from how you surf the web to how you find your way home.
You know, the story of how we got Wi-Fi is absolutely wild. Back in the 1990s, a team at Australia's science agency, the CSIRO, wasn't even trying to create wireless internet. They were radio astronomers, led by Dr. John O'Sullivan, and they were trying to detect these super faint echoes from exploding black holes deep in space. To do that, they came up with this brilliant algorithm to clean up all the static. And then, in this moment of pure accidental genius, they realized that same math could be used to send clean, sharp data signals through the air right here on Earth.
So that little astronomy project, it literally became the foundation for the Wi-Fi we all use today. We're talking over 20 billion devices, your phone, your laptop, your smart home gadgets. That invisible thread connecting our entire digital world was woven in a quiet lab in Sydney. Pretty amazing.
It's kind of hard to imagine now, but it really wasn't that long ago that getting around meant wrestling with these giant paper maps that you could never fold back correctly. You know what I'm talking about. Getting lost wasn't just a possibility, it was just part of the journey.
Well, the solution came from a small Sydney startup called Where2 Technologies. In the early 2000s, a couple of brothers, Lars and Jens Rasmussen, built something that was truly revolutionary for the time. A digital map that you could just click and drag around smoothly, with no waiting for tiles to reload. Of course, Google saw the genius in it, bought their company in 2004, and that Aussie tech became the Google Maps that over 1 billion of us now use every single month.
And here's another piece of tech that quietly keeps us safe. Every single commercial flight has a black box flight recorder. Fun fact though, it's not black at all. It's painted bright orange so that it's easy to find in any wreckage. It was invented back in the 50s by an Australian scientist, Dr. David Warren, whose own father had died in a mysterious plane crash. He was driven to create a way for every flight to tell its story, especially in its final moments, all to make flying safer for everyone.
Now, Australian innovation hasn't just connected our world, it has saved countless lives. And this next set of breakthroughs, well, they weren't just driven by brilliant science, they were driven by an incredible amount of compassion.
This quote from Professor Graham Clark really says it all. His motivation for inventing the cochlear implant, often called the bionic ear, was deeply personal. You see, his own father was deaf, and he saw firsthand the isolation that can cause. So he dedicated his entire life to figuring out a way to bypass the damaged parts of the ear and stimulate the hearing nerve directly. He basically reinvented how we hear. And the impact has just been profound. More than 700,000 people around the world have received a cochlear implant. That's not just a statistic. That's 700,000 children hearing their parents' voices for the first time. 700,000 people being reconnected to the world of music and conversation. It's a medical miracle born from one son's love for his father.
Treating severe burns used to be this agonizingly slow, painful process. But Dr. Fiona Wood, a plastic surgeon in Perth, completely changed the game. She developed what's called spray-on skin. It's a technique that uses a patient's own healthy cells to regrow skin in as little as 5 days, which is incredible compared to the 21 days it could take for traditional grafts. Her invention was put to the ultimate test, saving so many lives after the 2002 Bali bombings.
Think about this. Before the 1960s, if doctors wanted to see what was going on inside your body, the main option was an X-ray, and that carried risks, especially for pregnant women. The incredible journey of an unborn child was largely hidden from safe view.
So, this led to a really fascinating question. Could the same kind of sound waves that are used in sonar to detect submarines be harnessed to safely see inside the human body? Well, two Australian scientists, Dr. George Kossoff and Dr. David Robinson, decided they were going to find out. The journey to the modern pacemaker also has deep Australian roots.
It all started as early as 1926 with a big, clunky external device created by Dr. Mark Lidwell in Sydney. Then, decades later, the incredible work of cardiac surgeon Dr. Victor Chang helped perfect the technology, making it smaller, safer, and ultimately evolving it into the tiny, life-sustaining implant that millions of people rely on today.
Okay, for our final section, let's look at the Aussie genius that's hiding in plain sight, the kind of inventions you probably use all the time without giving them a second thought.
The modern refrigerator in your kitchen? Yeah. You can trace its origins back to a uniquely Australian problem: the intense heat. Back in 1856, a guy named James Harrison figured out the world's first practical mechanical refrigeration system. And this didn't just make life more comfortable, it totally transformed Australia's economy by allowing them to ship meat and dairy all across the globe. All right, take a look in your wallet. If you have any banknotes that feel kind of like plastic, you're holding an Australian invention. In the 1980s, Australia had a massive forgery problem, so they decided to just reinvent money itself. The Polymer banknote is way more durable, it lasts 4 times longer, and it's incredibly hard to counterfeit. The idea was so good that now over 50 other countries use it too.
Now this one is a true cultural icon. The Hills hoist might just look like a rotary clothesline, but in Australia, it's so much more. Invented in 1945, it became this huge symbol of suburban life. And get this, the very first models were made from salvaged metal tubes from an anti-submarine net in Sydney Harbor. It's so beloved, it was even featured in the closing ceremony of the Sydney 2000 Olympics.
And that power drill sitting in your garage? Yep, it has Australian roots. The world's first patent for an electric drill was filed in Melbourne way back in 1889. Now, it was a massive machine designed for heavy industry, drilling through rock and coal. But it was the spark that eventually led to the handheld power tools that have built our modern world.
So, when you put it all together, what does this tell us? From Wi-Fi being born out of staring at the stars to a clothesline made from post-war scrap metal, it proves that world-changing ideas aren't confined to a few famous places. They can come from anywhere, and they're usually born from a real need and driven forward by quiet, relentless persistence.
And this isn't just ancient history. That innovative spirit is still going strong. In the 2021 Global Innovation Index, Australia ranked 25th out of 132 countries, which shows it's still punching way above its weight when it comes to creating the future. It all makes you wonder, doesn't it? If so many things that shape our daily lives came from such unexpected places, what other revolutionary ideas are being worked on right now in some quiet lab or a backyard shed, just waiting to change the world all over again? What are we overlooking?